Yo, 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 Marysville. Welcome to another edition of Charger Chat with your hosts, Micah and Anthony. Today we have our wonderful, wonderful guest, Mrs. Emily Ekdahl. Miss Emily Ekdahl, actually, for all you boys out there. And she is the valedictorian of ISC.
Congratulations.
Welcome, Emily.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So, for those of us who don't know, the very select few of us, what is a valedictorian?
The valedictorian of a high school is the person who graduates after all 4 years that has the highest cumulative GPA.
All right.
Interesting.
So, I know in years past we usually have one valedictorian, but this year we have two. How is that?
Myself, Austin Haw couldn't make it today, but the two of us are co-valedictorians for ISC. So that means we both have we both have a cumulative GPA of 4.0. Nice. And so we'll be sharing the valedictorian title with the highest GPA of each of the other SLCs.
So it must be pretty awesome seeing all of your hard work pay off and getting this just this great opportunity to be valedictorian. So what is it like to have that?
I just remember when my brother was actually class valedictorian, so it's kind of something that I always looked up to and aspired to achieve when I graduated from high school myself. So it's pretty nice to see that I was able to set a goal for myself when I was younger and being able to successfully reach that goal.
What would you say would be your most difficult thing to get over to become valedictorian through high school?
Well, I guess I could talk specifically about English classes. I put a lot of pressure on myself to be the best I could be in those classes just because they're really difficult for me. So over the years, I felt a lot of pressure, which I put on myself, just so I could succeed in classes that just were not something that I would have thought that I'd be able to do.
Now, being able to overcome basically all of these difficulties, would you say being a valedictorian is the biggest accomplishment of your life?
So far, at least.
No, I wouldn't say that being valedictorian is necessarily a huge accomplishment. It's just a title. I mean, everybody has their own struggles that they face, and everybody performs differently in school. School isn't always everybody's the thing that they're best at. Like, different people are well suited for different situations, and school is just a place that I found that I was able to be really comfortable and strive to do the best I could be in. So.
Definitely. So you talked a little bit about how your brother kind of led you to becoming valedictorian. Would you say that that was like the main push towards it, or were you like, hey, I'm gonna be valedictorian, and then it just kind of happened in high school?
I guess I could get a little sappy. My dad works extremely hard. He has a job that he works many times 6 or 7 days a week, long 12-hour days. And I just always thought that if there's one thing that I could give back to him when I'm a high school student is to perform as well as I could in school, so he wouldn't have to worry about, me being on the streets or something like that. So I just wanted to do it for my dad and also for my mom, just because she appreciates my quirkiness, so I thought I'd be able to do something worthwhile instead of just being a weirdo.
Definitely. All right.
Now, you do have Austin Haw as your co-valedictorian.
Yeah.
Did you guys kind of have this little academic rivalry throughout high school?
I mean, speaking for myself, I don't think so. I don't think it was ever a problem between the two of us. People have come up to me in the past, I don't know about Austin, asking, so who's going to be valedictorian? How are they going to pick? And I was just kind of like, well, I think we're going to share it. So, I mean, it wasn't something that I was, worried about, just because he definitely deserves it, and I guess I earned it too, so it was just something that it's nice to share.
Now, I know you guys had a lot of similar classes throughout the year. Did having him in all those classes really kind of push you and help you throughout?
I wouldn't say push necessarily, because having somebody else in my class isn't something that's going to make me try and be better than them. That's not something that I tend to respond to. I like to do the best I can do, as cheesy as it can sound, but I guess academic help, having both of us in the same classes, was helpful, just in case you need help on a project or something, just I think we mesh well together when it comes to academic projects, so that was helpful.
That's pretty cool. What kind of classes would you say that both you and Austin had kind of benefited you throughout high school?
I would definitely say our advanced placement math classes. We took pre-calculus as sophomores together, then we went on to take AP Calculus and AP Statistics. And I suppose, I know I'm interested in pursuing something in engineering, so the subjects were helpful, but also just knowing that that's how rigorous math can get, knowing that at a younger age is going to be helpful when I go on to college. Yeah.
Are you excited to take even more math classes in college?
Yes, I'm excited to not have to take any more English classes.
One more, right?
One more, yeah. I have one more that I'll have to take in college, and then I'm done.
Nice. So you said like slightly that you wanted to go into engineering. What kind of subcategory of that would you be interested in?
Biomedical engineering. So that has many different branches. It's a relatively new field. But I'm interested in prosthetics, just being able to, the purpose of biomedical engineering is to help human life through scientific discovery. So helping people who are disabled through something that you can create for them. That's just something that I thought would be kind of interesting to be a part of.
Wow.
Now, you already talked about a lot of the different classes you took. Was there anything that you wish you could have taken throughout high school that you didn't get the chance to take?
I definitely would say I wish I could have taken more video classes. I did take most of the video classes here on campus, but there's a couple that I wish I could have been a part of. Like there's a movie class at our school that you guys know about. I wish I could have been a part of that again this year, just because it would have been a fun class to be able to take again.
Now, throughout high school, I'm sure you've taken a lot of different tests. Did you have anything that sort of helped you get through those tests, like any lucky charms or anything like that?
No, actually, I don't. I just kind of took the test. I'm not one to really worry about tests, so I just kind of went into it, maybe a little like a sweatshirt, not trying to impress anybody and just going, kind of tired, I guess.
Well, we actually do have a segment of someone that did depend on something, and it was their pants. So let's get to that, Marysville.
That was smooth.
Hello, class. I'm back after another 10 kidney stones. It was very painful. I missed you. Well, anyways, it's getting close to graduation, and my kidney stones are running out, so we're choosing a valedictorian. So for the valedictorian, I thought I would choose a student that's been really dedicated to this class. He's done what he's needed to do. He's got all his work in. Very smart kid, straight A+. He's the pride of this class. Please welcome up Jeffrey. And I know this young man has been very dear to all of our hearts as he's helped you many times. Jeffrey, please come up.
Thanks, sir.
Congratulations, Jeffrey, on your accomplishment. You can stop shaking my hand now, please.
Yeah!
Ow. Well, is there anything you want to say to the class, Jeffrey?
Yeah! So there are just a lot of people I want to thank for this wonderful award. I want to thank Google, Images, Wikipedia, copy and paste, and first and foremost, I really, really want to thank Smarty Pants. These pants have helped me through college acceptance, passing all my tests, passing all my classes. Pants have helped me get through a lot. And now they're going to help me
Welcome
get
back,
through college.
Marysville. Today we have our wonderful Emily Ekdahl, our humble valedictorian. And aside from the interview, we're going to do a short game called Trivia Crack. In case you've heard of it, we have a mobile version that is not an app. So let's get started.
Okay.
I promise you I haven't seen these questions before.
Yep. So the first theme is art. So, who is the famous painter and inventor that drafted the machine gun model? Was it A, Donatello, B, Michelangelo, C, Leonardo da Vinci, or D, Isaac Newton?
I don't know. All right.
All right, show your answers to the camera. And the correct answer is Leonardo da Vinci, C.
Oh, very nice.
Let's go.
Look at you.
Dang. All right. Next question is geography, which river rises in the Black Forest and flows into the Black Sea? Is it A, the Darling, B, the Dee River, C, the Danube, or D, the Derwent River?
Can you say that question again?
Wow.
Which
I don't know any
river-
of these.
Which river rises in the Black Forest and flows into the Black Sea?
Can you say the river choices again?
A, Darling, B, Dee, C, Danube, or D, Derwent? And all of these questions are from Trivia Crack itself.
Okay.
I found it on the website.
All right.
All right, let's show the answers. It is in fact C, Danube,
I thought it had the coolest name.
which
so.
starts in the Polish Black Forest and ends in the Black Sea, in case you guys didn't know that.
Now I do.
I did not.
All right, so history. How many wives did King Henry VIII have? 2, 4, 6, or 8? Show your answers.
Oh. C.
It is in fact C.
Dang.
Yep. Although only 4 of them were beheaded. Interesting fact.
Oh.
In case you guys need to know that. All right, entertainment. To what famous actor is rapper Jay-Z married to? A, Alicia Keys, B, Katy Perry, C, Diane Ross, or D, Beyonce? And show your answers.
Beyonce.
It is
Blue Ivy, let's go.
It is Beyonce.
Damn.
All right. Good job, guys. Already did art. Now science. Where's science? Science. Who envisioned wireless technology in the 1800s? A, Nikola Tesla, B, Watson, C, Edison, or D, Westinghouse?
All right.
All right, show your answers. It is Nikola Tesla.
Oh, wow. Should have
Alright.
known that one.
And we have one more question that is not on the board. With what other name is Vermeer's painting Girl with a Pearl Earring called? The Dutch Mona Lisa, the Mona Lisa of the North, the Young Girl with Turban, or D, all of the above?
I'm going to guess on this one. All right.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, show your answers. It is D, all of the
Oh.
above. All right, that was pretty fun. Good questions.
I was doing pretty good there for guessing for all of them.
I'd say you're both winners because those are some pretty difficult questions. if
And
you
because
don't
Micah
understand
can't
it.
count how many answers we actually got right.
Yeah, that too.
Yep. So it is now time to go
Back to segments.
back to another segment.
All right, check out this one about Windows.
See you in a bit, Marysville.
Is anybody there?
Yeah? Where are you?
I'm in the cafeteria.
Well, I'm in the cafeteria. Which cafeteria are you in?
The ISC cafeteria.
That's weird. I'm in the ISC cafeteria too, and I don't see anybody.
Well, I'm definitely here.
I wish we could meet.
Yeah, same here. Whoa, where'd you come from?
Right there?
I was standing right there.
I've been sitting right there.
I've been here the whole time.
So have I. Like,
You just-
I was leaning against the window talking to someone.
I was standing here talking to someone too.
Were we talking to each other?
Maybe?
It's nice to meet you. My name is Micah.
I'm Misbah.
We should go get coffee sometime.
We should.
Awesome.
Cool.
Welcome back, Marysville. We're still back on Charger Chat with your hosts, Micah and Anthony, and our wonderful guest, Emily Ekdahl, who
Thank
is the valedictorian of ISC.
Congratulations.
Hello again, Emily.
Hello.
So we kind of slightly addressed this earlier in the interview, but what are your exact plans after high school?
After high school, I'm going directly to the University of Washington this fall quarter,
Alright.
and I'll be taking my general ed classes at first, but potentially I'll be pursuing a degree in bioengineering.
Are you excited to be going to the University of Washington?
Of course I am. I've always wanted to go to the University of Washington. I want to stay in state to stay close to my family, but it's also great for science degrees. So.
Anything specific about the school that you're particularly excited about?
I'm really excited to have a school with a football team. I'm really excited to be a part of the student section and cheer on during all the football games.
Technically, we did have a football team.
Well, you know what I mean.
A team that doesn't go 0-12.
Yeah.
Now, you already kind of talked about your immediate plans after high school. Do you have any expectations for what you'll be doing 5 years from now?
Oh, 5 years from now, I have absolutely no idea.
Absolutely no
I'll
idea?
probably still be in the middle of, I will have gotten my
Your
bachelor's. I'll be probably going to postgraduate school at that point. So I'll probably still be in school, but
Do you
Hope-
think you'll be
yeah.
at UW with their graduate program?
who knows? I kind of want to go out of state for that, but I know
Mhm.
they have a good program, so
Yeah.
I might stay.
How long do you expect to be in school?
Probably 6 years, potentially 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot of schooling.
Yeah,
Di-
hopefully 4 years will be it, but who
Fingers
knows what I'm
crossed.
gonna need. So 6 years sounds about right.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what your finances are going to look like after all of this?
I'm not gonna think about it.
It's
I'm
always
just-
best not to.
Yeah. A safe decision. Have you thought about trying to go for college valedictorian for your
No,
class?
absolutely
Absolutely
not.
not.
No?
No, I think it's more important to spend your time really accepting that you've learned something, because you are going to be out in the working
Yeah.
after that. So you have to know that you know how to do, the things that you've learned in your class. So if you're spending all of your time finding ways to get an A in a class, you're not doing it right. So I'm going to focus more on actually understanding what I'm doing and knowing that that's something that I want to do rather than worrying about a grade.
Are there any kind of extracurriculars in college that you're looking forward to?
I really haven't thought about that much. I think for my freshman year, I'm just going to lay pretty low and just...
Intramural flag football?
Maybe some
We'll
ultimate
see.
frisbee.
We'll see.
Now, kind of stepping back and talking about high school a bit more, do you think you kind of struggled, or did you ever struggle with balancing high school and the extracurriculars you had to do?
I would definitely say, especially in my senior year this year, I do something after school just about every single day. Tutoring, being a part of several clubs, it does get to be a lot after a while, and I think this year taught me what I should be doing in the future, and it taught me how to balance that a little bit better, because it did get a little overwhelming for sure.
What would you say was your favorite extracurricular?
Oh, Well, I'm in Girl Scouts.
Oh.
People seem to think that's really cute because I've been in Girl Scouts for 12 years. I'm with a great group of girls, and I love my leader. So I would say spending time with them every other week is probably the highlight of my week for sure.
What kind of things did you do with them?
As we started as a very typical Girl Scout troop, getting out in the outdoors when you're younger. But as we got older, it turned more and more into a just kind of a hanging out and spending a lot of time with these people because we've known them for forever. So it kind of turned into a social club, I guess.
That's cool.
But yeah.
Did you guys listen to a lot of music or anything?
No.
No?
No Chance the Rapper.
Not even like dubstep or anything like that?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't remember that.
Clearly looks like you need a little more dubstep in your life. And that's what we'll be going to in our next segment called Dubstep Doctor.
Check it out.
Tune in, Marysville.
This is some killer party, dude.
Yep.
Yep.
We should get something to liven this place up.
Like what?
Let's call some friends.
Did someone say liven up the party?
Who are you?
I'm the party.
What do you mean you're the party?
Well, let's get this dubstep started. Hit that.
Man, I really gotta finish studying for this test.
It's dubstep time.
Dearly beloved, we have here today. If anyone objects to this wedding, please stand now.
I object. The lack of dubstep.
Welcome back, Marysville. If you're just tuning in, I am your host, Micah Ramos. This is Anthony Lingat, and we have our wonderful valedictorian, Emily Ekdahl, one of them at least. So Emily, you talked quite substantially about your struggles in high school and stuff, but did you have any trouble studying or studying in general?
Yeah, studying is actually really hard for me just because I have a hard time sitting in one place for an extended amount of time. So the hardest thing about high school is finding the time and forcing myself to sit down and study.
Do you have any tips for any underclassmen who have trouble studying themselves?
Well, they're probably not very good tips because a lot of my studying happened, the night before a test.
Of course.
So I guess just realizing that this is crunch time and sitting down and just in a corner by yourself, that's the only way that I know how to do it. I have no tricks. I just have to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in respect to studying, what would you say was your hardest class to study for?
Hardest class to study for? Well, as I said, English classes are definitely the hardest classes that have been that I've had to take, but there's not really any studying that you have to do for those ones. So I suppose maybe history classes, just because there's so many dates and names to remember. So you have to pay attention to a lot of the specifics.
Interesting. So have you thought about trying to find any study groups in college to try to help yourself?
I'm just worried about making friends in college. I mean, I guess that's a place to start, but yeah, that'd probably be a good idea. But I do get distracted.
Don't you have plenty of friends here at the ISC?
Yes, I do, of course, but we're all going to be leaving, going our separate ways next year. So it'll be interesting after spending 4 years with 100 people going to a school with 40,000 people. So it'll be interesting to find my own little group there. Mm-hmm. Out of that whole entire student body.
So you kind of talked a little bit about being a Girl Scout and how that really helped you get closer to a lot of girls. Mm-hmm. Has that led you to think about maybe a sorority in the future? Maybe
no.
I mean, one of my close friends is encouraging me to join one when it comes to college, but I just haven't put enough thought into it. I've never really been interested. So I guess we'll just see what happens.
Now, you've already talked about being a Girl Scout. What else do you kind of like to do in your free time after school?
A lot of my free time is spent Netflixing. So everybody knows, coming home from a long day at school, just sitting and relaxing and watching some shows. Other than that, I do spend a lot of time hanging out with just my cat. So, I mean,
it's a fun pastime.
Does your cat ever watch Netflix with you?
No.
No?
No.
For shame.
What?
No, that's just some solo relaxing
Why are
time.
they even there then? They're not gonna watch Netflix with you.
I mean, she's just there to harass.
So you say you have a cat, but would you say that you're overall a cat person or a dog person?
I would say I'm a dog person.
Really?
Alright.
Everybody's really surprised by that. I just like having dogs. You can go out and do things with them.
That's true.
But a cat kind of just sits in one place. So cats are there when you need them, but dogs are always there for when you want them.
So in the future, would you prefer to have at least one dog and one cat?
I'd rather have more dogs than cats for sure, but yeah, one of each would be nice.
Is that your current plan for the future?
Yes, animals. I want a lot of animals. Yeah.
Pets in college?
No, you're not allowed to have pets in the dorms except
That's
for
why you
goldfish.
That's why you get an apartment.
Fish
and
are
then you
exciting,
can have
though.
as many pets as you want.
Maybe. I'm a little worried. I'll be having a hard time learning how to take care of just myself in college.
True.
So having to take care of another living thing would be a little much to take on right now.
Now, because we are running out of time, do you have any advice for any freshmen that are trying to become valedictorian or anything like that?
Definitely. Don't try and become valedictorian. I mean, it's great to, because I did have that goal. I wanted to be valedictorian the whole time, but I kind of lost sight of why I was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It became a lot of pressure to try and get A's in all my classes, and I learned as the years went on how to get those grades in a different way. So when I was younger, like a freshman, I would spend time trying to get the correct amount of points on things to get A's, but as I approached my senior year, I focused more on actually learning what we were doing and getting the grade that way. So focus on learning what you're doing in class and learning how to enjoy it, and that way, maybe you could try and be valedictorian.
Now,
That's good advice.
so you shouldn't particularly try and become valedictorian, but do you still think that doing so benefited you throughout high school?
Striving to be valedictorian or being valedictorian?
Kind of both.
I guess it did. Trying to become valedictorian, it made me kind of an isolated person. I would spend a lot of time, studying and alone. So, I mean, could you ask a question again? Kind of lost it.
Do you think it kind of benefited you throughout high school, just kind of that pursuit?
Yeah, it helped me educationally, but maybe not so much, reaching out and getting to know different people, that may not be in the same classes that I'm in. So if I wasn't striving to get all those good grades, I wish I'd spend more time getting to know other people. Yeah.
All right, well, Marysville, that is all the time we have. Again,
Sadly.
I am Anthony Lingat. This is Micah Ramos, our wonderful guest, Emily Ekdahl. You guys,
Have a fantastic Friday.
and a fantastic day.
It is Friday, right?